Hey, Weather Weenies, it's June the 12th, and we may finally have something in the tropics to look at. National Hurricane Center has put this little X right here. There's going to be a lot of numbers and percentages here, but basically they're saying within the next 48 hours, 10% chance this becomes something within the next 7 days. There's a 20% chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. But in reality, though, I don't get too excited about it until I take a look at the forecast models. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look kind of globally here. And we can see that there is definitely a little something here that looks like it's going to go pretty far east, stay east, and that's kind of nice. This is Saturday, early morning. And spaghetti model plots tend to agree with that. If there are any impacts, it's going to be for the far most eastern parts of Canada. So Newfoundland, Labrador, you might have a rainy weekend coming up. Now, forecasting at this stage, what this is going to be like or what the impact here is at this stage is kind of like wondering if your unborn baby is going to be an NBA player someday. Okay, maybe not quite that extreme, but you kind of have to see what happens, right? There's just small changes now result in very large changes in the forecast later. As of right now, not looking like this is going to be any sort of substantial North America impact. Most important impacts I could see at this time would definitely be rain for Florida and all the way up through the coast, through the Carolina coast, where you might get a little bit of rain. This is looking like early Friday morning, and you could also have some increased like tidal impacts because of it. Increased some, a little bit of storm surge, higher waves, and stuff like that. Now, the storm would have to become a tropical storm before it were named, and if it were named, it would become Alberto. It would be characterized as a tropical storm if its winds went over 39 miles per hour, but stayed below 74 miles per hour, which is the threshold for a hurricane. If this is interesting to you, you may want to go to francisfoxstories.com and purchase your copy of the hurricane story. And looking out long-term at the forecast models, there's something else they seem to indicate. When we start looking out towards the end of next week, there's a little something right here that I want you to keep your eyes on. This is not something that we have a lot of confidence or faith in whatsoever. Please, I don't want to see anybody blow this out of proportion, but this is interesting to note. My takeaway from this is that, yeah, okay, could something happen? Sure. But if I had $100 to put on whether this would happen or not, I'd put like $2 on saying yes. What this is more indicative of is that the season is starting. And I know it may seem like a slow start, but that's just simply because storms have formed earlier than they typically have in the past couple of years. 2019, 2020, and 2021 all had their first storms in May. But statistically, if you look back at all the data information, you don't typically get your named first storm until June 20th. Still forecast to be a bananas year because of the warm Atlantic Ocean as well as our La Nina pattern that we're going to be moving into. If you want more information about that, that's another video. You can find the link in my profile. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them below.